Hey guys, how are you? Today we're here at El Vergel next to Chepe, who has been working with us. We have been working together for I think almost 3 years already in different aspects of the fermentation of coffee. And this year we're going to be talking about a new project that we're developing with Chepe. But I would like for you to first introduce yourself,
Yes,
Chepe.
yeah, my name is Jose Escobar Kusen. I am a biochemical engineer. I have a PhD in biochemical engineer. I was professor at Los Andes University, and I have a 25 years working experience in biochemical industry. And the main focus of my interest right now is the production of biofertilizers using bacteria.
So one of the things that we're here is to talk about the topic, like the new project that we're building with Chepe, that in a few words is basically to reduce the consumption of fertilizer that we're applying in the ground, because there's a new thing or a new, like, I don't think it's a new discovery, but it's something that hasn't been used before. That is the biofertilizers that will help us to reduce that use of the traditional fertilizers, because these biofertilizers helps us to solubilize and attach more the nitrogen and the phosphorus to the soil, right? So I wanted to make you, like, the first question was, Chepe, when did this idea came to you? Like, when did you realize that it would be a good option?
I've been working with different kind of microorganisms like bacteria, and 5 years ago I joined a company in the United States that actually was working in the production of different microorganisms for agricultural applications.
Okay.
And after that, I have been in contact with different agricultural companies here in Colombia, particularly palm oil trees. And we decided that in Colombia we can get a native bacteria, and we did a bioprospection and collected 42 bacteria that actually have the capacity to fix nitrogen, to solubilize phosphorus, and to also produce pheromones and protect the plants against pests and fungi and bacteria that are harmful.
What is that we're actually doing here in El Vergel, to so people can understand it? So what we did was to basically make two cocktails, right, with different bacterias. And what we're doing right now is that we're applying that to two different lots of the same variety. In this case, we're applying it to a red bourbon, and in those two lots that are different cocktails, we're going to apply different percentage of fertilizers during the year. So it's going to be 25%, 50%, and 75%. And at the end of the results that we were wanting to have, or to find out if it's achievable, is to see if the lot that we are applying just 25% of the fertilizer has the same results as the one that has 75%, or even the 100% of the fertilizer. That is the control, right?
Yes.
And why don't you tell us, Chepe, what are the environmental impact, like the positive impact of this one? This is the one that I like the most, actually.
Sure. Well, the main idea here is fertilizers have become very expensive. Chemical fertilizers are becoming, there is a strong need to use more chemical fertilizers. They are becoming more expensive, and we are creating environmental problems. So because we are creating those environmental problems, this is a solution that is looking to be good under the economical point of view, because it will reduce the consumption of fertilizers. We are hoping to reduce at least by 50%. Maybe we could do it completely, but it will take some time. And the other reason is environmental, because we are going to bring bacteria that grow in the soil, and they will fix the CO2 that is in the atmosphere and bring it into the soil. So we are going to bring carbon into the soil, and we are gonna a reduction in the amount of greenhouse gases. So we'll have an environmental benefit and an economic benefit. So it's a win-win situation.
Totally agree. Totally agree. And just to close it really quick, the idea of this experiment is that we're gonna keep doing it. We started back in November of 2022, like end of November 2022, and the idea is that we're gonna be checking the different results in productivity, in the quality of the plant, like the physical aspect, and we're also going to add a variable that is the profile, the crop profile, because at the end of the day, one of the things that we're looking at in our coffee farm in El Vergel is to have the best profile. So we're also going to add that variable. So yeah, this was a quick introduction to this new project that we're doing with Chepe. It's really a nice project that hopefully is going to bring a lot of benefits, not only to the farm but mainly to all the agriculture industry, and which is one of the objectives that we have. As you know, our project to reforest is to take down the CO2 emissions, and this is one of the projects that also go with this one.
Yeah. So that basically it. We are very glad and happy of having this opportunity to work together, and it will be good for the planet, good for the coffee growers, and for the people in the region.
For everybody. Thank you guys.
Thank you.